Happy hump day, guys. It's Matt again. We're going to talk about our workout for the day. Today's workout is going to be a long triplet. We've got dumbbell thrusters, up downs, and alternating dumbbell snatches. Now the thrusters are going to be really interesting today, and I'm going to give you a few options for this. It's going to be a single arm thruster, so that's going to be a dumbbell in one hand if you have a dumbbell. You could also use something like a kettlebell or a backpack if you're using two hands. If you want, we can alternate reps every time, and I'll show you how that's done in a little bit. Otherwise, it's going to be 20 on each side to start. We follow that up with 20 up downs and 20 alternating dumbbell snatches. Round two, we're going to do 30 single arm dumbbell thrusters, same thing, then 20 up downs and 20 alternating snatches. And we're going to finish it up with 20 single arm dumbbell thrusters, 20 up downs, and 20 alternating dumbbell snatches. For our experienced CrossFitters, those fire breathers out there, I want you guys to hit every single round hard and try to go unbroken for each set. We should be looking at somewhere around 12 to 15 minutes for the entire workout if you guys are moving really well. For everybody else that's kind of new to this, I want you to take your time and think about every single piece of the puzzle here. Is your squat in order for that thruster? Are you kicking back to a nice strong plank in the up down? And are you really focusing on maintaining tension throughout that entire snatch? We're gonna hit this workout. It's gonna be a great time. And that's it for the day. That's our Wednesday, guys. We'll move over and work on some of these movements. All right, everyone, let's look at that single arm dumbbell thruster. We're gonna show you a few different variations of this depending on what you have. We're gonna start with the most basic one, and that's just gonna be focusing on one arm at a time. So Mike's gonna get the dumbbell on the shoulder. Now, since it's one side, it's gonna be pulling him in one direction, but as he moves, I want him to maintain balance. So he's gonna squat down as if he had weight in two hands, and then come up, shooting out of the squat, pressing overhead. Reset to the bottom, and he's just gonna cycle through that. Round one for a set of 20, and then he switches arms. The other variation of this is alternating every rep. Now, I only recommend this if you're a higher skill athlete, someone who really wants to challenge your abilities today. So what Mike's gonna do is at the very top of the rep, he's gonna bring the other hand up and switch hands before coming down. He's getting a little fancy by throwing it, but what we could also do is just reach the arm up with that dumbbell and switch midair. Okay. What we can do with the sandbag or the backpack is bring it up on the shoulders. Now this one's a little awkwardly weighted. It's more weight to one side than the other. But either way, we're gonna be able to squat down and reach up just like we would a barbell. So the last part of this workout, implement number 3, is going to be the alternating dumbbell snatch. For this, I want everyone to be alternating reps every time. I'm gonna give you guys a progression to make this super easy. So Mike, go ahead and demonstrate 4 reps alternating. Go for it. Do a muscle variation for us. Yep. Good. So each time here, I want the dumbbell to start down on the floor. And what we can do is just point it forward as if we are reaching down like we're trying to touch our thumbs to the ground. The first thing I want Mike to do is just stand and shrug the shoulder, just like we did with our clean yesterday. So Mike, go ahead and stand and shrug. We'll do that 8 to 10 times on each side just to get that nice and loose. The next thing we'll do is stand and then high pull. So we're gonna continue the motion, hips, shoulder, and then elbow. Do that for 8 to 10 reps as well. And then finally, we'll finish with the full dumbbell snatch. When we warm up, let's just do them all on one side to start. So Mike, go ahead and do a full dumbbell snatch, down, touch the floor, reach up. I want you guys to notice, hips move first, then the shoulders, then the elbow. We finish at the top. Let's look at how we're gonna alternate. One way that I like to do it is switching where you're gonna be most stable, and that's gonna be standing tall right at the middle of the chest. So what I want Mike to do is get the weight up overhead, so he's gonna snatch it up. Before he brings it down, he's gonna bring his opposite hand in toward his chest, ready to catch it. He's gonna lower the dumbbell down, switch in the middle, and then reset. What I want you to feel and exaggerate here is that we catch, lower the arm, then we fold forward. So you're gonna be patient on the way down, catch, lower the arm, fold forward. That is gonna be your alternating dumbbell snatch. If you don't have access to a dumbbell, or maybe you have, you wanna do a regular dumbbell snatch, we can do that with 2 hands in the middle, or we can do it with a sandbag. So we've done hang snatches last week. Today we're gonna be doing the regular snatch, and we'll do a muscle variation of this to mimic the dumbbell. So Mike's gonna point the weight down toward the floor, touch the ground, and I want him to jump and just pull overhead like a ground to overhead, reaching to the top. Let's do it without moving the feet. Ready? Down and go. Much better. While you're doing these, dumbbell or backpack, try to keep your heels grounded and drive through to really push through the hips and get as much momentum as possible. Hope you guys can work with this really well, and we start to develop some really good skill on the snatch today. Get after it, guys. This is going to be a fun one. See you tomorrow.